Greetings, Varlet. I'm Interrogator Rosario, and welcome to another one of my rants. The question surrounding today's topic is one that is actually really close to my heart. The Mechanicus, or more specifically, its darker, broodier faction, the Dark Mechanicum. But what is the Dark Mechanicum? Well, here's a brief history lesson. Not wanting to be beholden to the Emperor and his rigid decrees that hampered the pursuit of knowledge, Kelber Hal, Fabricator General of Mars, during the time of the Horus Heresy, rebelled against the Imperium and attempted to re-establish Martian autonomy, with Horus Lupercal as an ally of Pantera. His actions caused a civil war in Mars, now known as the Schism of Mars, which divided the factions into loyalists and traitors to the Emperor. Kelbor Hal and his forces were eventually driven out of Mars after the defeat of Horus and fled to the Eye of Terror. Here, Kelbor Hal and his ilk are now free to pursue their vision of the machine god's will in whatever way they see fit. Now, I love everything about the Mechanicus. The ritualization of the use of technology, their search for scientific breakthroughs in the past, to the point of tunnel vision, and their dogmatic adherence to scientific knowledge above all. Add an aesthetic of mysticism, religiosity, and of course the grim dark, and it creates such a fun faction. But what exactly separates the two sides of this faction, the Adeptus Mechanicus versus the Dark Mechanicum? Well, what defines the Adeptus Mechanicus, aka the Loyalists, is its rigidity to keeping technological pursuits away from three specific influences. Number 1, the warp. Number 2, the Xeno. And number 3, abominable intelligence, aka AI, or artificial intelligence as it's called in the second millennium, which is where you are. So what happens when the restraints are gone? What happens when the only thing keeping you from scientific progress is your own imagination? When pesky things like order or morality are done away with? When you embrace chaos? Well, these are the questions at the heart of the Dark Mechanicum. The Dark Mechanicum is the epitome of scientific discovery above all, with all humanity stripped from its ethos. What dark and twisted creations could the human mind create with full access to technology available in the 41st millennium? How would they blend human technology with that of the Eldari, Drukhari, Tau, and Necron? How does one make a faction that reflects the unbound human reinterpretation of ancient technology with influences of the Xeno and the demonic? And is Games Workshop, as it currently stands, even capable of this? Well, that's the thing. I don't think they are.
Unacceptable!
And so far, these right here are the examples GW has given us of the unbound creativity, quote-unquote, of the Dark Mechanicum. Spice on everything and designs based on creepy crawlies like spiders or scorpions. Honestly, I find these designs to be very underwhelming. And if you've seen GW's recent releases of the Warhammer 40k models, you will see that there is a uniformity to the design and a distinct lack of flair. I know there's a lot of Warhammer 40k fans who are clamoring for a Dark Mechanicum army on the tabletop, but just look at these designs. Shave off the spiky bits and they look no different than anything the Adeptus Mechanicus would cook up. The Adeptus Mechanicus is already incredibly grim in its aesthetic, so these models would seem to fit right at home in any AdMech player's army. In order to actually realize the potential of the Dark Mech, Games Workshop would need to create a whole new faction with their own unique aesthetic, a dark blend of all technology in the setting of Warhammer 40k. And I think that's why these designs seem so uninspired to me. So far, GW's design concept for the monstrosities created by the Dark Mechanicum has been to take the AdMech, slap a demon on it, and make it spiky. This design philosophy just doesn't seem capable of truly bringing the Dark Mech to life. So again, I don't think that GW can realize the potential of Dark Mechanicum, and anything they give us will seem weak in comparison. So maybe it's better that they stay as this ominous and mysterious threat, never really seen in the foreground. or at most limit them to BA specialized units within the Chaos Space Marine Army. But now, just because I think that GW isn't capable of bringing the Dark Mechanicum to life, or at least realizing their potential, doesn't mean that I don't think you couldn't. Yes, you, my dear Varlet, I believe that the best way to interpret the Dark Mechanicum is through Kitbashing. Kitbashing is already a twisting of the world of Warhammer 40k to suit your own whims and imagination. I believe that only Kitbashers are truly able to bring the Dark Mech to life. To bash these various kits of various factions and create your own unique and distinctive horrors. So go nuts, experiment with your minis, and show me your results. I'd love to see how you would interpret Dark Mechanicum on the tabletop. I know that I've got some ideas for sure. Maybe you'll even get to see me realize these ideas in some future stream. Anyway, what do you Varlets think? Do you think that GW is actually capable of realizing the twisted potential of the Dark Mechanicum? How would you interpret the Dark Mechanicum? Please leave your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned for more of my rants. I have been Interrogator Rosario. I had to say to Inquisitor Markham of the Order Hereticus, and I'm signing out from the grim dark future. Bye-bye, Varlets, and remember that an opportunity wasted is a sin preserved. If you like what you heard, then please feel free to drop it in the comments or hit me up on Instagram at Rosario Divas Art, or you can watch my live streams over on Twitch, which is also at Rosario Divas Art.